Hi, I'm Tom Apple with Strutt Products. I'm going to go over a little bit about the assembly of the antler mount system that we have here. First of all, open your box, lay the cardboard out, protect your table a little bit so you don't scratch it up. This is the back decorative plate. We're going to slide this out of the way a little bit and start. We're going to take the skull wrap like this, put it face down, tabs go to the top, the grommets will look like this. We're going to wrap this around the skull, and these Velcro tabs here are going to connect to this Velcro tab up here as we wrap it around the antlers in the skull. So let's set it back like this. We're going to set our antler set on it like this, just ahead of the grommets. About like so. Then we're going to add our foam piece in here and begin wrapping the cover around. Bring it all the way around, and we're going to tip this back a little bit so we have access, and pull our tabs around and connect them down here. That gets us basically wrapped. We'll work with it more later as we mount it on the decorative cover, decorative plate. We're going to pull the plate off of the cardboard slightly so that we can insert the compression plate mounting screws. These are going to hold the compression plate in a position like this. These three holes are your mounting holes. Don't put it in the tab holes. We don't use those yet. We don't use them for this type of mount. This is the threaded aluminum stand away that we mentioned in the directions. We're going to screw that on about 1/4 of an inch. One more. Slide this back up onto your table. All your screws standing up vertical. So we've gotten the wrap around the skull set. I'm using this dowel just to show the alignment of the grommets here, how they're straight up and down, because they're going to fit over top of these screws right here. So let's get rid of that. Best to stick your finger inside the wrap here and use that to find those standaways on both sides. Then on this side, I'm going to work the stand away all the way through and out the top. It's close. There we are. Now, to keep that from getting away from me, I'm going to take the compression plate, and it goes in this position. This is the top side, just like this. We're going to attach that right here loosely with one of the black 1/2 inch screws. Couple of threads on it as well. Then we're going to do the same for the other side. Basically in position. Now we're going to work our elastic in and around. Hold these tabs to the front a little bit. Work it down around the antler. Get it so it looks trimmed nicely. And lastly, we'll attach the third compression plate mounting screw. Everything's just finger tight at this point. Continue to work with your wrap, getting your trim looking good, kind of finesse it into place. Then you can pull on these tabs and just kind of tighten everything up and hook these together across the top bolt. A little bit hard to get at from where I'm standing. No, I'm not getting Velcro to Velcro. There we go. That's better. Now we're going to tighten these just a little bit. We don't want to over tighten them. You can possibly crack the skull if you go too tight. The beauty of this system is it's very adjustable. Okay, next we want to look at the back side. And we recommend that you apply these felt tabs to some contact points so you don't scratch your wall. These would be 3 good points to get, and also a couple of points down low where the bottom of the mount may rub against the wall. It'll just keep you from scratching the wall. Then we're ready to hang it. Okay, if you happen to be working with antler sheds rather than skull-mounted antlers, you'll be using individual pieces like this. For this one, we flattened the surface a little bit so it'll mount securely, and we drilled a hole with a 5/32 drill bit. That will fit our mounting screw well. It'll tighten up in that hole. So we're going to place it. These are the mounting tabs that we use for this type of a mount. And we're going to mount to them right through the plate, as so. Put it in the pre-drilled hole. And we'll go ahead and snug that. So after this is tightened up and we're in this position, bring it back up on the table. Now you're mounted to the tab with your antler. Grab the antler firmly down close, and we're going to bend that tab right into the position that we want it to be in. If you want a little more horizontal with your antler, you can bend it that way also. You can get it exactly in the position that you want it to be in. These can rotate, bend back each way you want it. Now we're going to go ahead and mount the other antler, and we'll get it in position also. Okay, so we're taking our skull wrap again like this, face down. Again, these Velcro strips on this side are going to roll over top and are going to attach to this Velcro strip here at the bottom like that. First we're going to insert our foam. Then we're using these foam block spacers like so. We're going to wrap this around and over. Like so. Now we've already mounted our compression plate mounting screws in place like so. Again, these rear screws have to go through the grommet holes. So we're going to start to put this in position and reach inside with your finger to help align the grommet holes. So we've got this sort of worked into place, got a stand away exposed. We're going to go ahead and mount our compression plate loosely. This one back in position. Now we just continue to work this fabric around, keep pulling and tucking till we get it in a trimmed looking position. We won't actually connect these tabs until we get that third screw in place. There. Captured under that. We're centering this, tucking our fabric, bring it around. Now we'll pull these tabs tightly. And tuck the tails out of sight. And we're looking good. And we may want to adjust these antlers once we get them on the wall. They're not a real even set, and oftentimes they're not. But our adjustment tabs give us the ability to pull these down or up and make adjustments to try and even them as much as possible. And the last thing we do is add the felt pads back here so we don't scratch the wall. We'll skip that step for right now. And there we go. We may want to even those out some yet.